How many of you know about the existence of this exact charm in Dead by Daylight? This little guy is known as Gnome Chompski and is most famous for his appearance in Left 4 Dead 2. However, he has been referenced in many other games before, including Half-Life 2, where I'm pretty sure the Easter egg originates from. Gnome Chompski is essentially an unofficial mascot of Valve, so to say. But how did he end up in the entity's realm out of all places? Well, back when Tome 7 Forsaken was released a couple of years ago, in honor of Bill Overbeck appearing as one of the characters chosen for this tome, the developers added Gnome Chompski as a special Easter egg charm. But how could players even obtain it? Well, along with the tome there was also a secret unannounced event that appeared seemingly out of nowhere. See, in matches played during the tome, as soon as the endgame collapse was initiated, Gnome Chompski would spawn as a prop in the trial grounds at a random unused chest spawn location and announce its appearance with an eerie giggling sound. In order to obtain the charm, players had to find the gnome and stomp on it. As a survivor, you did this using the same animation for kicking Victor and had to escape the trial in order to actually obtain the Gnome Chompski charm, while as a killer you did this using the animation for closing the hatch and had to simply finish the trial in order to receive this charm. Also, after doing this, players would receive a really cool light blue firefly-like effect, and stomping on the gnome would cause it to respawn in a different location in order for other players to also be able to obtain it. Overall, this was definitely a weird event, and it's funny how this single charm had such a complicated way of obtaining it. I personally don't own the Gnome Chompski charm, but I'm curious as to how many of you guys have it. Another strange event similar to the Gnome Chompski one took place almost a year ago, and I'm fairly certain a lot of players have completely forgotten about it now, even though it happened fairly recently. I'm of course talking about the Meteor Maker X Dead by Daylight event. Similar to Gnome Chompski, this one also included a couple of new charms that could be obtained through in-game interactions. For the Meteor Maker event, a new interactive prop called Gen Mat barrows was temporarily added in the game. Players could interact with these barrows, and each barrow type rewarded you with a different charm. There were 3 types of these, red, green and blue, and interacting with each one for the first time would give you a special charm as part of the Meteor Maker collection. Now, thankfully, these barrows shared the same exact behavior as the crown pillars from the anniversary events, meaning that they would always respawn at unused chest spawn locations after being interacted with. However, not all types of barrows were easy to interact with. For instance, unlike the red and green gen mats which you could come across relatively easily, I'm pretty sure that I've only gotten a blue gen mat like once or twice, since I'm pretty sure the blue one would only spawn as soon as the endgame collapse was initiated. Now, even though this event wasn't really all that secret because it was officially announced, in my opinion it's still an event that most people didn't find very memorable. I'm curious though, what did you guys think about this event? Let me know down in the comments. Yet another event that had charms as rewards was the so-called Greek Week event. It's Greek Week! Celebrate the Greek Legends collection from the 27th of July to the 2nd of August 2021 with free login rewards including 2 exclusive charms. The developers. The Greek Week marked the first ever time that a new cosmetics collection was accompanied by a mini event with daily login rewards. Over the course of a week, a total of 250,000 blood points and 20 rift fragments were given away to players for free. There was also a special code called His and Hers, which had to be redeemed until the 3rd of August 2021, and through which you could obtain the Greek Trial and Gorgon charms for both killers and survivors. This event, however, was fairly minor when compared to another daily login rewards mini-event, that being the so-called spring cleaning activities. Now, even though this event took place between the 27th of March and the 7th of April 2022, which is fairly recently when you think about it in the context of the entire history of Dead by Daylight, I personally don't remember this event at all. Apparently, the daily login rewards consisted of a total of 300,000 blood points, as well as a full outfit for Jake Park and 2 cosmetic pieces for the nurse. In addition, there was also a sale in the in-game store, where 4 survivors and 3 killers were 20% off on their Oryx sale prices. Also, there was an XP bonus which consisted of the fact that players were given 1000 instead of only 300 XP on their first game of the day. Now, most players in the Dead by Daylight community know that every once in a while, Behavior releases mini-events designed to increase the amount of blood points that players receive in a trial. These normally come in the form of Blood Rush or Blood Hunt events. Blood Rush basically means 1.5 times more blood points, while Blood Hunt is double the blood points. But did you know that there is one type of these that has only ever occurred once throughout the game's entire history? Well, back in August of 2017, a little after DBD's first ever anniversary, there was a Blood Feast mini-event, during which blood points were tripled after a match had been completed. This is the only time that this event has taken place, as it has never appeared in the game again. Yet another obscure event was the so-called Ghost Month from the 11th to the 18th of August 2022, which kicked off the in-game celebrations in honor of the Chinese Ghost Festival. This event really wasn't anything special, but rather it was mostly pretty forgettable. I myself have no memory of it, and guess why. Similar to most of the other weird events in this video, this one also just consisted of Blood Point and Rift Fragment daily login rewards, as well as double XP gained from trials. One reason for why this event is completely unremembered is perhaps because it was overshadowed by the Attack on Titan collaboration that was going on at that time. Speaking of the fact that this event was added as a celebration for the Chinese Ghost Festival, did you know that this year 2024 is the first ever year in Dead by Daylight's existence that doesn't have any kind of Lunar New Year event? Even in 2017 there was still a whole new item, that being the Firecracker and a special event. When I found out that this was the case and that we weren't getting a lunar event for this year, I honestly got kind of sad, since this is one of the events that I always look forward to in Dead by Daylight, and I understand that the Lights Out game mode is probably more significant for the future of the game than the Lunar New Year events, but still. I personally would have taken a literal copy-pasted version of last year's event over nothing, though nonetheless what can we really do about it? This video being posted on the 10th of February, that actually being Chinese New Year 2024, the Year of the Dragon, was originally planned to be a little mini documentary focused on the history and evolution of Lunar New Year events in Dead by Daylight, similar to the ones I've made for Halloween and Winter events, but I guess I'll just wait to do that for the next year. Well, yeah, I guess that was it. We went through 6 of the strangest events that have happened throughout Dead by Daylight's history. I plan on making a playlist with these event-related videos sometime in the future, once I've made more content about them. Let me know if you enjoyed this and whether you would like to see me post more content relating to events in DBD. Anyways, I hope you all found this video interesting and that you learned something new. If you did, then make sure to leave a like down below, and also I would be glad if you considered subscribing as well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!